Welcome back everyone, it's FNHusa57 here. We are back on Neverwinter on the Xbox One, and today will be a video purely for fun for you. It will be Lagadins versus the Epic Temple of the Spider, so this will be the first debut for the build that I have. I will be posting the build soon. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I am running with guild mates, and there will be a total of 3 Lagadins in this lobby. And then a great weapon fighter and a wizard. So as far as guilds go, we got members of the guild that I'm in, which is the Knights Templars, and we also have members of the Guardians of the Whispering Eye. So this should be pretty interesting and go by relatively quickly. Word of warning, I am broadcasting at 720p 60 FPS. However, with 3 Lagadins, we don't get our name for nothing. And this is the Epic Temple of the Spider, not just the regular Temple of the Spider. I did run ahead of the rest of my group. That sometimes happens though. If you do see basically anyone here from this group in a dungeon with you, especially with 2 of the paladins with you, just try and stay as close as possible to the paladins, otherwise you're probably going to die. Most likely to, say, falling off a cliff or something like that. Also, this is not a glitch, this is merely an exploit that, because of how fast and how often we can hit, causes the game to lag since it cannot process the amount of damage as fast as it's actually occurring. Also, for the fun of it, I am going to do this as a live stream, so I do have chat pulled up on my Xbox. If you have any questions and you're watching live, I'll be more than happy to answer them. For this next part, we are actually going to pull both groups together here. And since I do have a mythic Sigil of the Devoted, I'll go ahead and use that. Edwin, I usually try and do Twitch once every couple days. I actually just got an Elgato HD60 capture card, so I'll be using that to stream to Twitch, and this way I'll be able to keep an eye on the actual chat a little bit easier and not interfere with gameplay. And I think we might have a spider left. Nope. There we go. Sometimes you get a couple extra spiders that follow you down there. Pull this group pretty much straight to the boss. As soon as this cutscene goes away, I'll actually go ahead and use my sigil. As far as record on dungeons, Edwin, I don't really keep track on the epic ones. It all depends on the group that you're running with. If you have a stacked team, I can do Epic Shores of Torn in under 5 minutes, Epic Lair of Lostmouth in under 10. I've never really timed spiders. Usually, if I run with Lagadins, it's like 15 minutes or less. And this first boss will be dead in just a second. Pretty much right about when the lag ends, boss is dead. As far as start a PvP series, you mean for builds or just PvP campaign and matches in general? And for this next part, we can pretty much pull the first group to the Drider before fighting, and then we're going to skip the second group. Yeah, I was thinking about starting a couple videos for PvP, or at least do a couple live streams for PvP. I did one back in Mod 5 on my Control Wizard, but PvP is really about having a good team, because it either goes one of two ways. If you queue up with randoms, you'll either have a bunch of good teammates and just be able to wreck the enemy, or you're going to have a bunch of crappy teammates and go up against a team that's like stacked with complete burning gear, and that's not usually too fun. As I get more members in this guild that actually want to PvP, I'll start doing more PvP builds and videos for different matches and things like that. Yeah, Edwin, the Trickster Rogues were definitely very annoying in Mod 5. They're really not bad to deal with now. Only problem in PvP at the moment is permastun Hunter Ranger. Of course, if you have something like Edma's Token of Free Movement, you'll be okay. Or if you just go in with a team that's actually stacked for PvP, at least having Grim gear. You don't really want to go into PvP with a full set of PvE gear. You can grab this first chest that's right here in the dungeon if you want to. Sometimes I grab it, but it usually doesn't have anything really good in it for me. So I usually don't bother with it, but I don't have my daily back anyways, so I'll go ahead and take that 12 silver. The other two chests in the back aren't even worth going for. You aggro more enemies than what's needed. Go ahead and wait for the rest of the team to regroup here. And once we're all here, we'll pretty much just pull the next three groups together. Unless they aggro on one of us first. You can also go through this area and avoid the phase spiders, but with all of us here, it's pretty easy just to go ahead and kill these bastards. Sometimes we can even push them off the edge too. Might get one of them off the edge here. Alex, I guess that's how your gamer tag there is pronounced. Not really quite sure how you have it. No, I'm not a tank build. I'm not using my Retribution build, actually, at the moment. If you look on my YouTube channel, I do have the Retribution build posted. This is actually a hybrid build that I've come up with. I'll be posting in the next couple days. Yeah, just missing a couple of our teammates back there. Our Great Weapon Fighter and Control Wizard are weaker members of our guilds, so we're kind of just running them through to get their Elven gear right now. Just gonna wait for Nissa to catch up here. And yes, Edward, I do have the lantern. Actually, I'm working on upgrading the Lantern of Revelation to Mythic. At this time, I have a Mythic Sigil of the Devoted on my Paladin, and I have a Legendary Lantern of Revelation ready to upgrade to Mythic also here on my Paladin. And I almost have my lantern ready to go to Mythic on my Control Wizard. I'll probably have that upgraded the next double refinement. And of course we pulled those guys a little early. Not a big deal though, or not too much of a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the second group to make this faster. It's at least normally what we do is we come over here and pull both groups together. The only things that stay back are these spitting spiders, which are a little bit annoying, only because they like to hit you from a distance. And at this point you could go straight for the door, but you still will have to deal with this guy. He'll follow you to the door. So it's better to just go ahead and kill him and then not deal with him after you kill the final boss. And there we go, up to the final boss. See how fast we can bring this priestess down. And for any of you tuning in, this is not me playing on really bad internet. This is just what the Lagadin build does. It will drop your frame rate extremely. Basically, it's kind of like watching a slideshow. Yes, Edwin, I can make a video on how to get your artifact weapon materials. I assume you're talking about trying to get the set from the Tyranny of Dragons campaign? Yeah, the artifact set from the Tyranny of Dragons campaign is pretty good. There is a chance that you can get the artifact from that being only a level 60 artifact. So I prefer the Elemental Evil artifact weapon set. It's actually really easy to get. You basically just go through the quest line after you reach level 60 and you do each one of the different elemental areas. The Drowned Shore, Reclamation Rock, Fiery Pit, and Spinward Rise. And if you complete the quest line for each one of those areas, basically getting to the point that you get the seed for each area, then you will get your artifact weapon set once you reach level 70. As far as the materials for the weapon set from the Tyranny of Dragons, that can be a little bit more difficult because you actually need a dragon bone, dragon gem, dragon sigil, and a shard of dragonforged steel if you want to just buy the artifact weapon from the merchant. Otherwise, you need a bar of dragonforged steel. The bar of dragonforged steel you can actually buy from the merchant, so that one's not too hard to get. And as long as you're up to that point in the campaign, you can actually buy a dragon gem and a dragon bone off of the Tarmaloon trade house. And right now they're extremely cheap. They're about 1,000 diamonds or less, even 500 or less if people are farming Lostmouth quite a bit. Because you will get the dragon gem and dragon bone sometimes out of the chest in the Epic Shores of Tauren, as well as the Epic Lair of Lostmouth, and you can get them as a drop from dragons in the Well of the Dragons, Tiamat, or even from the dragon in Rothe Valley or Whispering Caverns. And there we go. So 3 Lagadins versus Epic Temple of the Spider. Epic Temple of the Spider lost, and damage is split fairly evenly between the 3 Lagadins, so I will be posting a video with this build up to my YouTube channel pretty soon, in the next couple days or so, as well as starting a video series on farming for astral diamonds. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and maybe I'll see you on a couple more live streams. I really didn't have too much time tonight, but once I get my capture card hooked up, I plan on doing live streams that will be at least a couple hours long, possibly even do a few of them that will be, you know, half-day events, at least on my days off. And then I'll upload those live streams to my channel as well, in case anybody wasn't able to tune in for the actual live stream. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message or check out my YouTube channel, leave a comment. Otherwise, smash the like button and remember to subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys.